This is Little Land by Fudzo. It's 282.27 megabytes to download, and the description says, "Welcome to Europe." It is a fictional map inspired by the territories of Germany and the Czech Republic. On the map you will find one farm, 55 purchasable areas, 50 fields, 10 productions, 4 sales outlets, 20 collectibles, 4 forests, traffic, BGA, water intake in the river, animal dealer, liming station, gas station, and then at the bottom it says, "I hope you enjoy the map. I wish you a nice game." So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes, and this is the map, guys. It's not a huge map, but I think it's definitely got potential. It's quite a nice map, pretty cool areas, nice sized fields, a little bit of everything really. And also, before we get on to the subject of field prices, etc., we have these big darked out forestry areas that obviously look different to these, and we've also got these which kind of look like fields that are going to be. Now obviously you can't buy any of those or these forestry areas, but I'm kind of thinking maybe a future update, we'll see. Not quite sure. But anyway, we are down here right opposite the chocolate factory, which obviously we'll check out later. There is only one farm on the map, and that is over here, and that is what you start off in new farmer mode. I am on new farmer mode, and this is all you start off with. I say all, it's a pretty good size plot. Plot 11, that has got a value of 215,280. We get a field on there, we've got a cow pasture, a chicken pasture, a silo, farmhouse, and there's also a water tank, which is a little bit strange after they've told you in the description that you can collect water from here, which is the river. So there you go. As you can see, production sale points spread around the map. Now, in terms of other field prices, I believe 50 was the most expensive, 379 grand just over, and then field wise, I think, was it 23 grand. There is a small grass field there, which is a bit cheaper, 19,000. Obviously, you don't have to keep that as a grass field. Do whichever you wish to. There is no custom crops or anything like that. There is also no mods on here, so that makes it a bit easier for me, that is. If we scroll through here, there is 20 collectibles. Now I haven't found any, but I'm assuming they are going to be the game cartridges, but that's kind of tallies up with the 20. There's 20 cartridges, plus we do have the Oak Belleron farmhouse on our main farm, which is obviously where the cartridges appear when you collect them. We don't start off with any productions. There is contracts available on the other fields. We haven't got any animals yet, but as you can see, it is showing the cow pasture and chicken pasture. That's our equipment. We'll check that out. Like I say, nothing modded in, no extra crops, all pretty standard. But as you can see, there's pretty much a place to sell everything, and the crop calendar is just standard like so. There's also obviously the 4 forestry areas. This is the biggest one down here, 183 grand. I think this is the smallest, 57. There's another one there, 99,000, and this one 83. Obviously there is areas you can't buy. The BGA is down here. I'll talk about that when we get down there a bit more, but places like where there's sale points and sort of like the town area here, you cannot buy. Basically, if it hasn't got a number on it, you can't buy it. That's the sort of general rule of thumb at the minute since the update we had a while ago. In terms of equipment, I'll tell you what we will do. We will go over to the farm and then we'll go through slot counts there. I will just quickly show you, there is no mods, but in the landscaping and painting, some textures in there. Fairly standard. There's a few extra gravel ones, but we've got animal mud, asphalt, concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, dry grass, and then these few gravels like so, rock, and then granite. And that's pretty much it. No extra trees, no extra plants. Pretty standard. Just checking my notes. Right, let's jump over because we are kind of in a bit of an awkward spot. So we'll jump over to the house. And here we are, like I say, Haute Belleron. It's not a huge farm, but it's not a huge map. I do love that church though, it looks very cool. But it's a pretty nice map, nicely detailed. It's got some good lighting on it. It's very nice, bright, and, you know, yeah, quite a cool map. Anyway, let's go through slot counts. So, like I say, I am in new farmer mode. So in new farmer mode, we start off with this equipment, and the slot count is going to be 1,192, as you can see up the top there. Start off with a small tractor, which is a Zeta Forterra. We've got a medium tractor, a John Deere 7810. We've got the Deutschfahrt Topliner harvester, a 2017 Lizard pickup, a Valga trailer, header for your harvester, Agramash plough, Amazon cultivator, Nordsten seeder, the Hardy sprayer, Amazon fertilizer spreader, cannot speak, the Joskin Aquatrans for your water, trailer for your header, and then we've got a John Deere 900 kilogram weight. That is it. Now if you want to sell off all that equipment, you can get the slot count down to 1,065. And you can also get it down further by selling all the buildings on the farm here, and you can drop it down to 1,011, the slot count. Farm manager and start from scratch. If you come on here, it is 1,011 because you don't start off with any equipment. And if you come on here in those two modes, none of these buildings are here. So your silo, the shed, the animal pens and pastures, they're not here. Farmhouse isn't here. The only thing you can't sell, there's a brick wall going round like that. There's a little shed building there which is just decorative, and the gates, you can't seem to get rid of those, but any sort of buildings like this, farmhouse, etc., you can sell. So that's that bit out of the way. Let's crack on. So sleep trigger on the porch, like so. We can open the garage. I know a lot of you guys would be familiar with this farmhouse. There's our pickup. That is our wardrobe function. And once you do collect the cartridges, if it is cartridges, I'm just assuming it is, they will appear here, and you can kind of fiddle around with the computer if you want to. We've got a cow pasture up the back here, which is nice. 15 cows. Water trough there. Feed trough there, and you can get milk from them, and that is going to be collected there. Got an here we go, easy shed. I do apologise. With some of our equipment in, as you can see, our Zeta is over here connected up to the trailer. So yeah, like I say, that's decorative, and the brick walls, you can't get rid of any of this junk, like so. Do have a gate entrance exit there. Water tank there. There's your Joskin ready to go. Now if we go back, oh, I didn't show you the chicken coop. That's round there actually. We'll go round that way. If we go round this way, there is no gate, but you can gain access to your silo that way, which is just there, which we'll look at. Do have a bunker silo there, which is going to come in handy if you've got cows. So this is the Farmer 400, so it's 400,000 litre capacity, all base game stuff. Tip in, pipe out there. It's not a multi-fruit, just standard crop types. And then this side of the wall, we've got our chicken pasture, so eggs there. This will hold 30 chickens. Feed trough just there. And then we do have another gate there. A little bit odd to look. You can go around that way, but there you go. And that is basically the farm, guys. So there we go. So let's jump in the pickup and start heading round the map. Right, and we will go out this way and turn right. On these kind of little tracks here, you don't seem to get any traffic. But as you'll see in a minute, the roads aren't very big, but there is traffic on here. So, I mean, it is a small map. You're not really going to be wanting to rock big equipment. But if you are trying to go a little bit bigger, you probably are going to have difficulties going through the roads. Way station there. We are into the BGA now. We do have an electric charging point just there, and it's a bit like the Elm Creek BGA. You've got the elevated area here, 2 huge bunker silos as you can see, and then it kind of drops down. But look at the way those fields sort of sweep up. Pretty cool. It's not a flat map. I'm going to jump out here because round the back we do have a biomethane point just there. Obviously that's where you're going to collect your digestate from. Now if you want to buy the BGA, because it is Elm Creek-esque, it is very expensive. Click on that, 1.624416. Now I thought that's a bit of an odd number, but I'm guessing that takes in this plot of land as well, because even though this doesn't have a number, when you buy the BGA like that via the spanner or wrench, I've got a horrendous stick drift on my controller, I do apologise. I'm not very happy, it's not even a year old yet. Yeah, when you do buy the BGA via that, it does blue out this area like this, so you do end up owning this plot of land. There is a bit of room here, but you can't seem to sell anything off. You can't sell the bunker silos off, you can't sell the way station off. It did when I hovered over here and clicked on this, it let me sell the BGA for 750,000. All these symbols still appeared, and then when I come up to this again, it came up and I could buy it again. So yeah, a little bit random. Don't do that because you'll lose quite a lot of money, but you can't actually get rid of any of the buildings here. But that is our BGA. Now I'm going to quickly head down to the end of that river just to show you where probably the safest point is to grab water out, because as you can see the traffic is flowing, and oh, there's deer in the road. I'm just about to run them over. So just in here, look, it's off the road nice, and we've got a bit of room there to maneuver around. So I would come down this end to collect your water. A little bit easier, a little bit safer. Right, heading back past the BGA, we do have a sell point, and that is the Grocer Y Mart, or the Grocery Mart, whichever way you say it. People walking around, as you can see, plenty of life on the map. And then round the back is our sell point, just there. We'll do a few points of interest, and then I'll show you on the map where we've sort of been, so you can get your head around it a little bit easier. Just there on the right is our carpentry, and then we are going to head back up to where we spawned in, because on our right here, we roughly spawned in about there, didn't we? On our right, in under here, this is our chocolate factory. Now you'll tip in there and your products will appear over here. You can buy the chocolate factory for 50 grand. Now this will only produce chocolate, hence the chocolate factory, and I think it requires milk and sugar for your chocolate. But heading round the back, this is kind of like the second part of the dairy, because if you're just using the base game dairy, you normally can do chocolate, cheese and butter through the same building, but this has kind of been split up. But this is the cheese dairy. Tip in there. I will jump out here. Again, products will appear just here, and then you can buy this. This is 50 grand as well. Like I say, just milk in this one, and you can produce cheese or butter. There is a standard dairy also on the map, so you can buy either to get them going. Just a little bit strange. Anyway, heading on up into here, this is the shop area. Quite nice with the barriers. We do have a workshop trigger just here, and then your shop menu icon is just there, and your reset point is going to be all along this sort of back, obviously depending on how many bits of equipment you're buying, resetting, leasing, etc. There is street lights in the middle, so again, if you're getting a lot of equipment or bigger equipment, you may have a little bit of fun trying to navigate your way around. I don't think you're going to be needing big equipment on this map at all. Right, we need to head down this way once that chap's moved. It's hidden sort of out the back here. We've got our spinnery just on the left, and then next door this is the dairy, standard dairy, so you can produce all those three things: chocolate, butter and cheese in that one building if you didn't want to buy them separately. Just to the right there we will come across the front of that. That is the bakery, so you will see that a little bit better in a second. And then back out along here, it's got some pretty cool decoration though. All these old sort of sheds and the tyres there scattered around brings it to life. And the sort of silos over there, those are sort of in areas where you can't buy the land. And then just in here, up the ramp there, we've got another sell point, and this is the grain elevator. So up into here to sell. Out without hopefully getting hit by a car. We're going to go all the way back down here, cross the crossroads, because we're going to do the animal dealer first and then come back and then go up north of the map. So houses here on our right. Again, we've got barriers into this area. We've got a lime station just here where you can buy lime from. And if we spin round, we've got our animal dealer just here. Quite a big trigger on the dialogue box. Obviously we don't own any animals, but we do have those pastures at our farm, so it is showing up there, which is cool. Right, let's have a quick look at the map. I'll show you where we've been. So obviously we spawned in roughly about here. I jumped over to the farm, we did the farm, came out along there into the BGA, went round through there, back out, Grocer Weimar. That was carpentry, went up, chocolate factory, round the back to the cheese dairy, up into the shop, across, spinnery, dairy, bakery. I didn't actually show you that as we went past, did I? Grain elevator. We are now here at the animal dealer. So we're going to go up, fuel station, more productions, and then work down. We're finished down here. So not a lot left to see, guys. Like I say, it's a pretty neat little map. Nice views, nice landscaping on there. Here we go, here's the fuel station, which does work. Like so. It's cost us €1. And if we go right here, we're heading towards a windmill there. That's pretty cool. Bit of decoration. We've got some mods like that that act as like the grain mill, and this is our grain mill. So you would tip in there. Obviously you can use it as a sell point if you don't own it. Products will appear there, and you can buy the grain mill just over there. It's a little archway you can come in and out of if you wish to, if you can fit in there, depending on what you're driving. And then just on our left is kind of the first sort of glimpse we've got of some of the forestry on the map. I think this is the second biggest plot on here. That's the biggest one, yeah. So we're at the second one. If I go up to landscaping mode, because it's not a huge map, it's not a huge area, but you are going to make some decent money if you own that plot and you trim all that down. This controller is doing my head in. This is actually my second controller since I've owned my PS5. I still don't know how I managed to get one on launch day, but I did. So I'm not very happy with the controllers for the PS5. Anyway, rant over. Oil factory, oil mill just there. If we nip into this way, this is a pretty cool area. I like this. This is our sawmill. So we've got a wood chip output just there. And then you sell wood, triggers, etc. there, and places on the right there for your planks to appear. Quick quickly scoot out of there and into next door. We've got 2 points of sale here, so we've got the debris crusher for your stones, and then just here, this is actually called point of selling of straw. This is basically your bale sale point, or loose grass, hay, straw, silage, etc. So that's pretty cool that's on there. And then scooting down through into here. Now this sale point, if you can see, does not have one of those tipping icons over the grate, the grill here, but this is actually also point of selling at John's. I've no idea who John is. There's no reference of John on any of the buildings. It's just, it is what it is. But this does work, this sale point. I grabbed a trailer full of wheat and came here and tipped it in, and it took it and it paid me, so it will work, not a problem. Just there on our left, that is our grape processing unit if you are doing grapes. And then next door in here is our final port of call, and this is the Johnson's Farmer Market. As you can see, as usual, 2 points of sale, one for your grain types on the left there, and then this one for your pallets. And that is it, guys. That is the map. I'm just going to drive down to show you the bigger forestry area, which is there on the left, and then we have another smaller one on our right. So plenty of trees to be chopping down if you want to make a bit of money. We're just going to drive in someone's field and finish the tour. I do love that church over there. It looks very, very cool. But there you go, guys. We'll turn the engine off. That is the map. So we, animal dealer, we went up, fuel station, along there, grain mill, checked out that forestry area, come down, oil, sawmill, these sale points, blah, 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 blah. Down there past these, and we are in this person's field. We better get out before we get told off. But that is the map. That is Little Land by Fudzo. Let me know your thoughts, guys. I think it's a pretty cool map, and it'd be pretty awesome if they do a future expansion for it as well. But I hope you have all enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be fantastic. And don't forget to smash the bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.